please give a standing ovation to this amazing gentleman. Thank you so much for sharing your time with us. It's completely our pleasure to have you on board on the same stage. If you can bring a smile on your face. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Amazing, sir. First of all, thank you so much, sir. आपको जैसा आपने टीवी में देखा वैसे ही बिल्कुल वैसे ही है, वैसे ही है. कॉपी पेस्ट ऐसा मैं कहूँ कि आप ज़्यादा हैंडसम है रियल में, राइट? एंड ऐसा कहने के लिए मुझे पैसे नहीं मिले, ये मेरे दिल से अभी अच्छा अब मिल जाएंगे, मुझे ज़्यादा मिलेंगे, राइट? ओके ठीक है. अब बैठ जाओ भाई, बैठो. Thank you so much, sir. Okay, small information. It's time for the website launch, and that's the reason we have this young gentleman with us, Sonu Sood. But before that, I request you, अगर एक मुझे mic मिल जाएगा, hand mic, I would really appreciate. I request you, sir, if you can say something. Check one. I request you, sir, if you can say something about us, about the brand. Yes.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. First of all, thank you so much for making this day so special. Really excited to see our fitness icons with us. Lots to learn from you. I remember when I met Shravana and Suresh for the first time. All I could see is pure dedication, trust, and the passion they had for the fitness industry. In India, which has been suffering for so many years, where authenticity is not there, the trust is not there. In fact, whenever we used to go, I remember when I was doing my engineering at my college days, or even now as an actor, whenever we used to approach someone at any counter, hardly we met anyone who actually knew what the game was. All we could see is some nice looking products. What you have in the products is not something they knew about. So I think we always wanted a platform, a guide, a mentor who would tell what exactly you are going to consume and what is right for you. And when I was listening to these two gentlemen here, all I could wish was they should have come to our country years back. I think that would have guided us better, but better late than never. I am sure the generation that is going to follow Alphalete is going to benefit out of it because most of the products that we get are not authentic, and that's the biggest challenge that we as fitness industry has been facing. But with Alphalete, they're going to filter out all the stuff which is not right, and this was the need of the hour. And I'm glad with Alphalete, this is the first step that has brought us to a space which feels very positive, and we are very thankful to you, both of you, for making this happen. All I can say is that this has to reach every single individual in this country to make sure that they are in the right hands, and we will make sure that Alphalete is in every family. They are aware about it, and we'll make sure that we have a fitter nation ahead for us. And thank you so much, my brothers, for making this happen. In this journey, I'm going to be with you always, just a phone call away. And I remember when we met them at my house. So my family, they're also very much into fitness, and I could only talk about the passion they shared for this journey, and I can't thank them enough for making this happen. And I'm sure Alphalete is not just a revolution, it's going to be something that's going to change the face of fitness industry in this country, and we will together make this happen. Thank you so much, and let's rock together.
Shake one. Give it up, guys. Give it up. Give it up once again. Give it up. Yes. Personal बातें स्टेज पे भी कर लेते हैं कुछ लोग. Some people have this talent. Yes. I request all of you please, all three of you please be here in the middle. सबको बताएं क्या बातें कर रहे हैं. हम सब भी जाने. Shall you have one mic please? The hand mic. Thank you. Pay some attention now. Sir, over to you.
So we are all set for this very, very special moment where we launch the website. All you ready?
Yeah.
Excited?
Yes.
And
Let's go.
so all set for this revolution, which is www.alphaletesubs.com. All set, guys?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Now I request you, sir, please take your respective seats. Thank you so much, sir. I request you please take your seat so that yes, it's time now. Let's talk about.
First of all, let me go ahead and ask a question that is, I think many of our fans here across the country would want to know, not just in the north, in the south. You're one of those stars who's pan-India famous. Everybody admires you, worships you. I know I have seen people worshipping you for real. So what is it like to be the heartthrob of India for over a decade and also being worshipped? You know, before I get into the fitness questions, I want to ask that question first, that many fans will want to know.
Thank you, Suresh, for being so kind. But I would say I feel blessed that I've been showered with so much of love. When I finished my engineering, I wanted to become an actor. Came to Mumbai, never knew I was sold. All I wanted was to just get famous, that every house in the country knows you. And I always believed that this was something that I always wanted. Till the day I connected with the common man, and I realized that how important are the blessings of the common man. When you can bring a smile on an unknown face, that's so special. That's bigger than any box office numbers of 1,000 crores or 2,000 crores. And when you become someone's hope, that's the time when you realize the real purpose of your life. I feel really humbled, honored that I've been showered with so much of love, and I promise myself every single day that the path that I've taken to connect with the common man, this will continue till my last breath, and I will just keep on praying to God that the Almighty gives me strength so that I keep this journey on and on more blessings here.
Thank you, that's a wonderful answer.
Sonuji, I would like to first thank you for honoring our request,
Please, all my
attending
thank
our
you so
event,
much.
being a part of this event, and honoring us being the chief of guest. For us, it's a huge deal. For Alphalete, it's a huge deal.
For me also, it's really an honor, Shravan and Suresh. I feel really happy to know that there are two individuals who are leaving no stone unturned to make India super fit with an intention to make sure that every single individual follows the right path of fitness, and I think this is a huge giving that you can give to this fitness industry here.
Our main concept is to not just sell the products, but we want to educate the people to pick the right products. So after meeting you, now we've known him, we've heard him a lot, right? But in person, meeting Sonuji is like very overwhelming. I can remember the first picture that I took with him, I was giggling like a kid. But that's the aura that he has, that he brings to the table. And we feel very comfortable. Anybody walking into his aura, they feel very welcome, they feel very loved. And we really love that product. So one thing we would like to understand is, for a health perspective, considering your kids and considering others where kids are growing up, with respect to fitness, what would be your advice? At what age should they begin, and how the flow should look like in their life?
You know, sure, you would agree that in the major part of the country, when a kid starts going to the gym, the parents get worried. Is this the right age? Oh, he's just 13, he's just 14, he's just 15. I think they should wait. You know, जैसे कि उनका height रुक जाएगा अगर exercise करना शुरू करेंगे. All these myths are there. But like I said, in today's world, when there's so much of content available to read, to know more about it, but also at the same time there's a lot of confusion. You follow a path and suddenly you'll see someone guiding you the other way. So there's a lot of confusion around, but I would say in today's time, the more time you spend in the gym will make you spend more time on this planet. So it's very, very important. You know, especially in India where the stuff that we eat, you know, there's a lot of the oily stuff we have, the spices that we add, you know. So I think for especially the families in India, they need to check that, which is very important. And when you go to the gym, when you work out, when you eat healthy, that's the time you know, you realize how important this is, and which I have seen in person. The major part of the country still needs to be educated on that. But like I said, when with you guys coming into this fitness space, I think we can achieve that journey faster, and it's very, very important for elders, for parents to push their kids towards the right food, working out in the gym, and follow a very disciplined life. So I think, yeah, we have started the journey today.
Thank you.
Very nice. Along those lines, I have a question for you. I think this is very, very important for the nation. And even people that are close to me, even though I'm in the supplement industry now, I've been into bodybuilding, I've been working out for over a decade, more than that. People don't trust supplements in India, especially in India. When they talk about whey protein, they're like, oh my God, don't take whey protein because you're gonna die, you're gonna lose your hair, you know, your kidneys are gonna fail. And you know, one of the closest person to me, until a couple of weeks ago, he was thinking that the whey protein has steroids in it, right? So it's a myth, or it's misinformed facts that people are carrying in India, and they are scared to take supplements. I don't blame them, because they have seen all these counterfeit products, the effects those counterfeit products have had on them or on other people. So what advice would you give them along those, along those lines that, hey, you know what, not all products that you put in your body are bad?
Suresh and Shravan, you would agree with me, and I think everyone sitting here would agree. There's a doctor in every house, and everyone in India is a doctor. If someone falls sick, "Yaar, ye medicine le le, bahut ho jayega." Someone says, "No, sab theek ho jayega." This is what everyone is trained. As kids, we also went through the same journey. And if you talk about fitness, again, we have a space where everyone knows everything, but no one knows anything. So that's what the space is. You know, you come to a house and people say, "Arey yaar, you know, you eat whey protein, you'll get some kidney failures, hair loss, a lot of things." These stories we have been hearing since ages, and that's where a platform like this, a family like Alphalete comes into picture, where they actually teach you, guide you. Even in fact, the representatives in various platforms tell you what is right and what is wrong. I think it will take time. Yeah, we are trying to swim against the tide. It's not going to be easy, but yeah, someone has to take that first step. I'm glad we have someone who has taken this step, where I think in coming years we will have more informed individuals, where people will say, yeah, you can have whey, you can have these supplements if you want to eat, but important it is that you have to be well informed. And like you said, in Delhi, there must be there are areas where every lane is making a supplement. You name a supplement, they'll try to make for you. So this is what it is. Right. So they are well equipped in doing that. But I think that's where Alphalete comes into picture, and they put a barrier. No, man, this is not going to happen, and we are here to make sure that every authentic product is going to be catered to every single individual in this country, and I think a great step ahead.
Thank you. I think you said the right thing by saying that we are trying to swim against the tide. Like I said when I met you in your house, I said the same thing, that I don't want to be one of those companies that just see the rise in 1 year and then die down and be one of those many things that are sitting on the shelves. Nobody cares about it because there are so many counterfeit products available in the market. That's why we're being very contained in how our products are being sold and how we are shipping those products, how we are even procuring those through our own logistic channel that we built. It took us 2 years to build our own channel, right? So we don't want to rely on anybody except us from procuring from the manufacturers directly to bringing it to India and sending it to the consumer all through our own channels, right? So that's why we wanted to build that trust, and you said the right thing, that we are trying to swim against the tide. It would have been easier for us to work with the distributor and importers and just see the initial rise and get the moolah, but that's not the goal. The goal is to change, bring some revolution, build the trust, and educate the consumers that, hey, you can take this, it's okay, and this is in the purest form. I've been taking it for 20 years. Esteban has been taking it for 20 years, and we are still alive. We are still living and breathing and sitting in front of you, so you can take it. You look good.
I think that's a very important aspect that we would like to address. In US, there are several brands. In India, there are several brands. Ignoring our brand. In US, there are different levels of purity for the products, right? But in India, what we've seen in the last 1 year of due diligence, it's not the low quality product, but more of the fake products. The other substances that are getting mixed with the product, which are causing it in a negative way. They may not harm if they dilute the product, it'll take more time to take effect, which may be okay. But if you mix something else which you're not supposed to, for the sake of selling products, it's going to impact everyone's health in a negative way. So, Suruji, our agenda is try to not to do that, try to bring the purity and the best of the brands from the US into India.
And one more advice I would like for, from you to go out to all these younger generation kids. I think you and I have touched base on it at your house a little bit, that how the younger generation kids especially have no knowledge, and they rely on people. They rely on people who train them. They rely on people they talk to at the gyms on how to build the body, and they're looking for shortcuts rather than perseverance and hard work, and train hard at the gym and sweat. They don't want to do that. They want to look good, and everybody wants to look good. I want to look good too. I want to look like you, right? But there is no shortcut, right? There is no shortcut. What advice would you want to give them as a fitness icon that that would go out and encourage them to go on the right path? And it's okay to take time, but be on the right path.
Suresh, we have seen the new generation that we have. The focus levels are very less. In our when we started at the time, social media was not the way it is now.
Right.
We used to hunt for an information, but now information is passed on you that this is what it is, and there's so much of information that a new generation is bound to get confused whom to follow and how to follow. Shortcuts always lead to dead ends. That's for sure. I remember when I started working out in my college days, when the first time I hit the gym, I had no idea what protein is, what carbohydrates are. I just wanted to hit the weights and look good. That was my time when I started. And now we have everything available, and oh my God, okay, we have to have the carb count less, we have to have more proteins and everything. And you talk to the new generation, they know every single thing. But like I said, when they see someone super fit and they see those results in 6-8 months, there's some kind of a shortcut that they have tried to follow. So I think it's high time we need to educate our new generation. Okay, take your time. The longer you take, the longer it's going to stay with you.
With you,
yeah.
exactly.
So I feel that we are seeing that change, and with Alphalete and the kind of knowledge that's going to impart to them. So I think we are looking for a fitter India now.
Thank you for the kind really appreciate it.
Do you have any specific questions for us?
Yeah, I would like to ask, in fact, when, like I said, when I met both of you for the first time, all I could see was passion, honesty, trust, focus, and dream for a better country. So, living all the way in the US, when someone leaves a country, they achieve their goals in their respective fields, and then you miss your country and you want to do something for the country, and that's which brings you here. When did you think, this is for both of you, Suresh and Trevor, when did you realize, when did you think, okay, this you would have done anywhere in any part of the world, and when did you think, okay, now it's the time to give back to my country, let's go and let's do something for our nation. So when did this first...
So when we talked about it, we learned about these products in the companies and among associations that a lot, we saw that we are having access to really good products, very pure products. If not one, we can check for another. Friends like us, they help us, it is for individual purpose. And every time we come to India, we see that most of our friends are relying on products that are given by friends. They are trusting only their friend to pick the right product for them. And it pains us to know that we've been in the US for several years that they have to rely on a few people. Now, what about people who don't have friends in other countries? Where do they get access to? So there are products here, but they still don't trust it. So when we saw that as a business, this one has a potential across the globe. With the great brands that we are partnered with, we can go to any country and launch this. But since India is close to our heart, for us the first stop is India. So we want to make sure that our people first get the right products, and it makes us more happy than about the money that it brings in that satisfaction to us in person.
The first I know, Shravan, I remember what he mentioned was that anyone who comes from the US, all used to ask them is, get us some good products. I also used to, my sister lived in Maryland, when she used to come in my college days, that was the only thing I used to ask. So, very rightly said, I think that was the first step that made you realize, okay, now let us play that family part. That way you have brother.
That's what the awakening was for us. I did my MBA and I've been always wanting to be an entrepreneur, but at that time I had no idea what I wanted to do. But I knew that I wanted to do something. And then the same thing happened. Most of my friends, hey, you work out, I see that you have a good body, blah, 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 and you're a vegetarian, why don't you bring your products? So that got me into thinking about why are they asking me? Some offer to pay thrice as much. Hey, I'll pay you $300 for this protein, can you bring it? So that got me to thinking, okay, how many proteins can it take you? Even if I took you one or two, that's gonna last you for a couple of months, and what are you gonna do after that? So people are starved, people are deprived of good products. So they're ready to pay thrice as much. So that got me into thinking about why? Why are they in that country that has so many products and still looking for the products from outside? So I did extensive research. I put 6 months to 1 year into market research. We got access to some marketing portals where we paid for those portals, where I even investigated on how many companies are actually importing these brands from the other countries and how many of them are continuously importing. The facts that I found on there was mind-boggling. I was like, oh my God, this is not real. This is totally unreal and we got to do something about it. And that's when I contacted Showa and I'm like, you know what, I think we have a potential here. We got something to do for us, for our own country, and I think we can do great if we not looking for any shortcuts or not looking for, everybody's in the business for profits, but that's not the only thing, right? We want to do it the right way, we want to do it, we want to build the trust, and that's why we want to bring in the right products. And then we started investigating on how can we do it. We had no idea. All the compliance, the regulatory compliance, the licenses that we have had to have. And then we learned about the network in India, the distributor, like Derek said, the distributor, the sub-distributor, the importer. We did not want to get into the network because that's where the conflict work starts. They import 10 products and it becomes 100, 1,000. By the time it goes to shelf, you're just having atta in your body, right? So that's how it started.
And if I remember going back 20 years, Sonuji, when we go to US, people used to ask us first to get clothes, then toys, then chocolates. The trend has changed over a period of time. If we look at the country now, we pretty much get everything. So now if somebody is coming from the US, protein and these products are the ones they are asking for.
Health
Which means
supplements.
everything else is available in India, but not these. Authentic products are still not available, and that pains us to know that there is a gap, but we would like to bring that value to the country and as a service and also to do a business because we need to make our living as well. But want to do it in a way that satisfies us and make it